Dear viewers, on the behalf of the Genesis of Education Impression Roorkee, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. So, today we have Professor Dr. Jayesh Gujarati. He is working as a professor in a School of Chemical Sciences, Pratap College, Amalner, Jalgaon, Maharashtra. Dr. Jayesh Gujrati's specialization is in organic chemistry, and he is working in the field of chemistry for the upliftment of society, for the upliftment of youth. He is a good teacher and good person with dynamic personality. Dr. Jayesh Gujarati has published around 50 research papers in national and international reputed journals, and he has written around 40 books on the subject of chemistry. Sir, first describe your teaching philosophy.
I believe the classroom is a living community, and that everyone from the principal to the students to the parents must contribute in order to maintain a positive atmosphere or conducive atmosphere. Actually, all students, I suppose, as individuals, and everyone learns in their own unique way. I use multiple methods of teaching: linguistic, visual, auditory, to reach the students so that no one is left behind. What I suppose everyone in the classroom contributes as a student, means teacher suppose himself as a student. I learn from students as much as they learn from me. One way I emphasize this philosophy in my classes is to incorporate regular feedback from students. I always prefer regular feedback from students. For example, I ask students to fill out a mid-course evaluation of the class in which they reflect on the course goals and provide feedback on whether or not the course is helping them meet these goals so far. Students have been so insightful, providing useful information for me on what is learning in class, what they are working in the class, what they are learning in the class, and what I can improve upon. I believe we never stop learning, and I want my students to know we can learn from each other. Means students are learning from me, and I am also learning from the students. So this is my philosophy, and actually I expect all the teachers should adopt the same philosophy. Okay. Learning is a continuous process, and person should learn up to the death.
Yes.
At least a teacher after the retirement also should learn.
Okay.
There are many things we learn from students in the classroom, apart from the curriculum.
Okay, yes, sir. Sir, what is your teaching style? Means this already told about your teaching philosophy, and now what is your teaching style?
Actually, it is necessary to bring dull academic concepts to life with visual and practical learning experiences. So, more than I prefer the experiences that helping students to understand how their learning applies in the real world. Examples can be given, which include using the interactive whiteboard to display photo clips and videos, as well as encouraging the students to get out of their seats with classroom experiments and local field trips. Secondly, I prefer cooperative learning. Cooperative learning means students should interact. The students are encouraged of mixed abilities to work together by promoting small groups or whole class activities. Means I first make small groups, I ask questions to the groups, and I allow the group discussion. One can solve mathematical puzzles, conducting scientific experiments, and acting out short drama sketches are just a few examples which I give in the classroom.
Okay.
Third, inquiry-based instruction. One can pose thought-provoking questions which inspire students to think for themselves and become more independent learners. One should encourage students to ask questions and investigate their own ideas, which helps to improve their problems solving skills as well as gain a deeper. This is the teaching style which I use.
Sir, what technology applications have you utilized in your classroom?
Actually, 25 years ago, I used only blackboard and chalk.
Okay.
But nowadays, many techniques are available, many technologies are available. Now, the first, the social media and digital learning tools. Websites and social media allow the students to reach and teachers to share not only lesson plans but digital resources, assignments, data, and even the whole group away from school communication. But there are some challenges before the teachers while using the social media and digital learning tools. The internet holds within it the biggest bulk of facts, data, and information. Problem is assessed so often a teacher by distinct filters or by intention restrictive curriculum that maps a set of encyclopedia might have functioned just as well. Student safety and privacy are also challenges. Computer-based teaching, everybody knows. Now, most of the teachers are using laptops and the PowerPoint presentations in the classroom. That I also prefer. With the help of PowerPoint presentation, students can understand well, and we can show the figures or the diagrams without wasting the time using the PowerPoint presentation. On one side, the students concentrate on PowerPoint presentation, and on other side, we can go on teaching. So students can listen what we are teaching, and students can see whatever is there in the PowerPoint presentation. So this method I prefer, and this method is good. Most of the teachers are still using the blackboard and chalk. Blackboard chalk method is also good because at the time of writing on the blackboard, students make concentration, and students can see the style of the teacher in which he is teaching. Blackboard and chalk method is very old method, but this method is very effective, what I suppose, because there are some disadvantages in using the technology, PowerPoint presentation or information technology. Students mostly concentrate on the PowerPoint presentation, and some of the students do not listen what the teacher is teaching. Even the style of the students, style of the teachers, students cannot see. with the style also students can understand the topic very easily, or a curriculum can be reach the students very effectively. That I suppose.
Sir, how do you engage students, particularly in a course for known majors?
uh, Establish what I suppose, establish future relevance, discuss a job marketability, uh, steer students in right direction, get students moving, and invite guest speakers. uh, in case of establish future relevance, don't be afraid to remind the students how the concepts and the skills taught in introductory courses are relevant and necessary to success in the major their future careers and life in general. Secondly, a discussion of the job and marketability. Suppose you teach a business writing course and it is required for all business students. You might hear complaints from the students that there are a number of people, explain that number of people who have excellent written communication skill have an advantage over those who do not.
Sir, your idea about the professional development of the students.
Professional development of the students. uh, Vacation for replacement assignments. Assign the staff members to responsibilities of his her own the superior when the superior is on vacation or extended travel. uh, Students should develop himself for the profession. In the higher education, every topic cannot be taught in detail. If the self study is preferred, students prefer the self study, then they can develop their professional skill. I think in the curriculum some professional development programs can also be added, so that professional skills will be developed among the students. Nowadays students study in higher education, but it becomes very difficult for the students to get the job. Now why this happens? This happens due to market is expecting somewhat different, and in the classroom we are teaching somewhat different. So whatever the demand of the market, that should be taught in the classroom. Classroom teaching should be parallel with the market demand or industrial demand. Now mostly this happens in case of science courses. Practical skill we are teaching, but the practical skill which is required in the industries or in other factories, that cannot be taught in the laboratories. So the industrial skills or in the industrial projects can be carried out in the laboratories, so that student can get a job very easily, and student himself can develop his professional skill. That I suppose.
And sir, last question, your message for the students, young students.
Nowadays it is very difficult to interact with the students. Now why this happens? Because the limit of the classroom is 60 students, and actual number of students present in the class 120 or 150. So it is very difficult to interact with the students. So students should make, or students should interact with the teachers, so that their difficulties will be solved, and students should concentrate on the self study. Students should prefer the reference books instead of believing on the textbooks or the class notes. Most of the times what happen, whatever we teach in the classroom, students study only that notes, or students suppose that our curriculum is over. But beyond the classroom, there are many topics which are to be learned. So students refer the reference books which are available. Online reference books are available. Reference books are there in the library. If the students go to the library, visit the library and read number of books, then definitely there will be overall development of the students in the higher education. Now today's situation is very different. What the students complain, we are completing our post graduation or graduation, and we are not getting job. Why they are not getting job? Because they are not developing their skills. They are only exam oriented, and most of the times this also happens that in the classroom also only exam oriented topics are taught. So if the curriculum is given a broader spectrum, this difficulty will be solved, and students can get a job very easily, or students can develop their professional skill. That I want to say to the students.
Means, means students should focus more on skill development.
Skill development and self-study.
Self-study.
So far as higher education is concerned.
Yeah, okay.
Because in higher education, it is very necessary. In the classroom, all the topics cannot be covered. Curriculum can be completed, but some of the topics which are related to the curriculum, beyond the curriculum, there are many topics. So those topics cannot be covered in the classroom as the time is limited, and nowadays examinations are semester wise. So in 3 or 4 months we have to complete our curriculum. In the first semester, in the second semester also, we are not getting much time to complete the curriculum. So self-study is essential.
Okay.
And attendance of the students in the classroom. Nowadays, students are not attending the classes. Now, in this pandemic, corona, students are getting online. Teachers are teaching online, and students are also learning online. But students are not paying much concentration when they learn online. So full concentration should be paid so that they can develop.
Okay, sir. So thank you, sir, for a nice interaction. So I hope all the students will get benefit from your talk, and thank you very much, sir.